everyone! Valentine's Day is coming up shortly, so I thought that my Electra Designs Playboy Overbust would be a suitable review for February because it's sweetheart and it's pink and everything. So Electra Designs is my featured corsetier of the month of February. I don't know if you have seen my previous videos, but I mentioned that I'm going to try and feature one individual designer or independent corsetier each month for this year. So Electra Designs is going to be my featured corsetier for February. So here is the front, the side, the back, and the other side. So this corset is actually a sample, so I'm very, very lucky that it fits me so well. The center front here is 16 inches. It comes down into a very, very deep V-point. This was deliberately drafted this way because of the photo shoot. It was supposed to sort of resemble one of the Playboy bunny bodysuits, basically. So if you don't like how deep this V comes, then Alexis would be able to draft it a little bit shorter for you. So from the peak of the bust here down to the bottom where the lap would be is 15 inches. This is a plunge sweetheart overbust, and this also has special hip ties on the side, which is not usually there for her normal styles of corsets. It's another add-on that you can request if you're going to be commissioning a piece from her. Another really cool thing about this corset that I don't have on any of my other corsets is the lacing panel at the back here, because it has lacing bones. And this is not the typical lacing bones that I have experienced from other stores online, because these lacing bones are actually very flexible and are able to conform to the natural curve of my spine. So I'm not hunched over one way or forced to have a sway back the other way. So this is actually remarkably comfortable. So here is the corset laying flat, and for the material of this, for the satin here, it's actually more of a salmon as opposed to like a really bright hot pink actually in real life. So I don't know if that's coming out on camera, but it's absolutely beautiful. So there's that satin on the outside, and then on the inside here you can see that it's lined in couture. This one does not have a floating liner, but you can purchase corsets with a liner for a small markup on the website. And for the construction of this, if I turn it on its side here, you can see that it has 8 panels here. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the front, and then 5, 6, 7, 8 for the back here. So 8 panel pattern total, 16 panels in all. And for the actual assembly, I can see here that each seam is stitched multiple times, and actually if you read on the Electra Designs website, Alexis says that each seam is stitched a total of 4 times, so it's very sturdily constructed. As for the bones, they're sandwiched in between the layers, and there is 1 bone on each seam, as well as an additional bone in the middle of the panels if they're large enough to do so. So that is really, really nice. I actually prefer this type of boning to just having double bones on the seams, because it just feels like it distributes the tension a little bit better here. Of course, there are 2 bones on the seam here because it needs to be able to support this the side hips right there. For the inside here, like I said before, no floating liner, but you can get a floating liner if you pay for it. But this was just a sample, so I didn't really have that option. And you can very clearly see that there is a waist tape running through the inside of this corset. And the binding job on this is actually beautiful. It's machine stitched on the outside, but it is all hand stitched on the inside. So it gives a really, really smooth and very neat finish on both the inside and the outside. There are no garter tabs in this one, but once again, you know, Alexis does so many custom orders that if you request garter tabs, then I'm sure she could accommodate that for you. You can clearly see that this comes with a Modesty panel in the back. It has steel bones in it, and it's suspended, floating on the laces, so that's very comfortable. I like that a lot. And this also comes with a front Modesty placket beside the busk here. And this busk is a standard width busk, so 1/2 inch wide on each side, and this particular one is 13.5 inches long with 6 pins. Of course, the 2 lowermost pins are a little bit closer together to give you some control if you need that extra little bit of control there if you have any lower belly pooch. And for the bones themselves, there are 24 bones in this corset total, not including the busk in front. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 on each side. Most of them are 1/4 inch wide spiral steel bones in here, especially on the sides. There is a, I believe, 3/8 of an inch wide flat steel bone next to the busk and also next to the lacing panel here. And these lacing bones are kind of like the pièce de résistance. So these are the 2-part eyelets that are in the back of the corset set into the lacing bone here. They have a very small flange around them, but like I said, this is a non-issue because it's set into the bone itself, not just the fabric. So it's not going to come free at all. A lot of the tension from the laces are taken by the bone itself as opposed to the actual grommets. And Alexis says that she finds these small flanges to be more aesthetically pleasing than the grommets with the great big honkin' flange around them. So there are 28 of these 2-part eyelets, 14 on each side. And so you can see that I'm moving the Modesty panel aside so you can see the underside of these 2-part eyelets here. The washer is substantially larger than the flange on the outside of the eyelets, so it gives a little bit more support. You can see that there's absolutely 0 splits in these. It all glides very smoothly through, and they're very pretty, very functional and very pretty. The price of a short hip plunge overbust corset from Electra Designs starts at $469 for a standard size corset or $569 for a made-to-measure corset, not including any of the add-ons that I mentioned here, such as the hip ties or the Modesty panel in the back or the lining inside. So this concludes my Electra Designs review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then please click that like button and help support the channel. If you have any comments or questions about this corset or anything in general, then leave a comment down below and let me know your Valentine's Day plans if you have any. I'm probably not going to be doing anything because it's right smack in the middle of the week, but let me know if you're doing anything. Also leave a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!